get you some. Oh yeah. Mate, it's lucky she can cook. Wow! G'day lovelies, welcome back. Alrighty, I was going through all my books the other day and I found a book that I wrote out at the old house, which was over 10 years ago, and it had a lot of slow cooker recipes in it. So today we're going to be doing the lamb and lentil soup in the slow cooker. And I actually remember making this one and it was totally Moorish. Now I must have got the recipe out of a Coles magazine because in the corner I've written Coles. So I got most of the ingredients from Coles for this. So the first thing we're going to need is 1 brown onion finely chopped, 1 carrot peeled and finely chopped, 1 fennel trimmed and finely chopped, 2 celery sticks finely chopped, and 1 zucchini finely chopped. So I'm just going to chop them all up into one big bowl because we're going to fry it all off together anyway. Alright, just in case you haven't done a fennel before, we just want to cut off all the stems. Alright, once you've done that, I'll just take the bottom off, like so, and I'll take a couple of the outside leaves off. Alright, once we've done that, you want to chop it in half. Then you'll be able to see the core in the bottom, and we want to cut that out. Alright, once we've chopped all our veggies up, we need 2 lamb shanks, some Moroccan seasoning, a frying pan and a little bit of oil. I will write the recipe below the video in the description as always. I got the Coles brand Moroccan seasoning, but I think Master Food also does one. Now people do ask me, why do I brown some things and not others? I always go by the recipe. So for example, Dad's casserole, he does not brown his meat, so neither do I. This recipe, it says to brown our shanks, so I will brown them. Okay, we want our pan on in between medium and high with just a little bit of oil. So we want to brown our shanks all over. Once we've browned them all over, we want to throw them into our slow cooker. Now we want to add all our veggies, and we just want to toss them around for 5 minutes or so until they start going brown. Now we want to add 1 tablespoon of our Moroccan seasoning, and we want to toss that through for about a minute until we can just smell that aroma. Okay, a minute later, and oh my god mate, that smells friggin' amazing. Alright, now we want to turn that off and we want to add all of this to our crock pot. We're now going to need 1.5 litres of chicken stock, which equals 6 cups. We need a 400 gram can of cherry tomatoes. We need French style lentils and pearl barley. So into our crock pot, we want to add the 6 cups of chicken stock. Our can of cherry tomatoes, whack the whole lot in there. 1/2 cup of our French style lentils. And 1/2 cup of my favourite, pearl barley. Now we want to gently stir it in, put the lid on. We can either cook for 4 hours on high, approximately, or 6 hours on low, approximately. So today I'm going to do it on high. And basically we just want to cook it until the meat starts falling off the bone. So when it's finished cooking, we need 1/4 of a bunch of kale chopped nice and finely. I could only get the bag kale, so I'm just going to guess a couple of handfuls. I'm going to dice it up nice and finely and stick it in the fridge till we need it. And I'm going to use some Greek style yogurt to serve with some parsley. It's 5 hours later and this house smells absolutely amazing. Meat's starting to fall off the bone. Oh, baby. Alright, so the next thing we want to do once the meat starts falling off the bone like that is we want to take both the shanks out. We want to pull all the meat off of them. We want to put the meat back in. Once we've done that, we now want to season it with salt and pepper, or I'm just going to use some pepper. Then we're going to add a couple of handfuls of chopped up kale. Mix that all through. Once we've done that, we now have a spectacular soup ready to serve. Well, there you have it, lovelies. A pearler of a soup. You've got to give it a crack. Your whole family is going to love it. Thank you, Coles. Have yourselves a lovely night, and I'll see you soon. Toodles!